Okay guys, so today I'm going to show you how you can build a website that you can charge $5,000 for. And no, it's not an e-commerce website or some complex project. It's a simple company website, which means that anyone can do it. And the best part is that it will only take you 1 day's work to complete. So that means that if you sit at your desk at 9 a.m. in the morning, by 5 p.m. that day, you would have made $5,000. Now, I know what you're thinking. $5,000 for a website. No one's gonna pay that. Okay, check this out. So here we have a Dublin-based company called Kuba, and if you want to start a new project, you can enter your details and check this out, guys. The budget starts from 20,000 euros. And then you may be familiar with this one here, A Nerd's World, based in Toronto, Canada. As you can see, 3 different plans: bronze, silver, and gold. And as you can see, for a 3-page website, they charge $5,900, 5 pages, $6,500, for 10-page, $8,000. And if you go for their gold package here, you're looking at $15,000, $16,000, and $18,000. And if you're based in the UK, check the price. A simple custom website designed from an agency can range from £15,000 right up to £30,000. And I've personally built dozens of websites that clients happily paid $5,000 for. Now, to achieve such results, I've put together an easy 3-step process that you can copy and replicate. And the total cost is only $115. So that means that you can turn a small investment of just $115 into $5,000 with just 1 day's work. Now, those steps, again, are super easy to follow. And like I said, anyone can do it. So, are you ready to unlock those $5,000? Okay, so let's get started with step number 1. Hosting and domain name registration. Okay guys, so the very first step is to take care of our hosting and domain name registration. So for this, simply click on the very first link in the description below where it says get hosting here. Now it's important that you use that link because it will bring you to a co-branded page that we have with Hostinger, which will give you access to 75% discount. And if you use the coupon code MrWeb at checkout, you'll get an extra 10% discount on top. So simply click on this link here. And this is going to bring you to this page. And again, this is a co-branded page that we have with Hostinger. So special prices, obviously, special discount. If you scroll down the page, you'll find different plans. So as you can see, start from only $2.99 per month. Next one up is $3.99. And then the cloud startup is $9.99. So what's the difference between those three? Well, basically is the performances and the speed. So as you can see, this one is standard performance, this one is up to 5 times faster, and this one up to 10 times faster. So now it depends on the amount of resources that you need. If you're only running one website, this one is absolutely fine. Now, if you're running multiple websites and also maybe e-commerce website, you might want to consider either this one or this one, depending on the amount of traffic and visitors that you're expecting every month. And also with Hostinger, you get a lot of free stuff. You get free SSL certificate, free email, and also a free domain name. These options normally are paid with most web hosting companies. So in this case, you get those for free as well. And if you go for the business plan here, you get free CDN as well, Content Delivery Network. Now, obviously, they provide you with daily backup and weekly backup. As you can see, the entry level here is weekly backup, so they will back up your website once a week. If you go for the $3.99 one, you'll get a daily backup as well. So every day, you have a full backup of your website. So feel free to select any of those plans. You can start with the $2.99 one, and you can always upgrade to the next one up later down the line if you need more resources. So let's get started with this one here. So click on Add to Cart. And from here, you're going to select your billing cycle. So as you can see, it goes from 12 months to 48 months. Obviously, the longer your billing cycle, the more you're going to save. As you can see, it's $2.99 per month, but here you're going to save $432. Here, $216, and right here, $108. So what does that mean exactly? Well, basically, if you lock in your price at $2.99 for a year, after that, you will renew at $9.99. If you select 24 months, you will renew at $7.99, and 48 months, you will renew at $6.99. So basically, for 4 years, you're going to pay $2.99 per month instead of $6.99. So feel free to select any of those. So let's continue on with the 48 months deal here, okay? So we scroll down the page, you can create your account, you select your payment method, and right here, we have a quick overview of how much it's going to cost you. So as you can see here, the normal price should be $707 down to $176. So this is a massive saving, isn't it? Now I also have a coupon code for you. So here, type in MrWeb. So there you go. And as you can see, the normal price $176.53, including taxes. Now let's apply this. And as you can see, now it's only $158.88. So that means that you get to enjoy a massive discount of 78%. And then after this, proceed to checkout. And now you can log into your account. So let's do this together. So simply enter your email address and password and let's log in. So this is your Hostinger dashboard, and right here on top, as you can see, you can claim your free domain. So for this, let's click on claim domain. And right there, you're going to type the domain name that you want to register. So for instance, your domain name, okay? And then select your extension. As you can see, you have .in for India, .me for personal websites, .com, this is the most popular one, obviously. You also have .net, .xyz, .help, .host. So select the one that suits your type of business. So let's go ahead with .com as an example here. And then we're going to check the availability. So let's click on this. And as you can see, this one is already taken. So you might have to look for a different variation of your domain name. So in our case here, we're just going to try to register Learn with Mr. Web, okay, as a .com. So again, let's check the availability. So this one is available. So we're going to claim our domain, okay? So let's do this together. So let's claim our domain. And then by law, you have to enter your details here, obviously, because you have to know who's registering the domain name. So let's click on the next step. So I'm going to fill this out very quickly. So there you go. And now finish registration. Very good. So now let's click continue. Very good. As you can see, the email verification is pending at the moment. So basically go to your mailbox and click on the link that's inside that email. So I've done that already. So now we can refresh. Very good. As you can see, now it's active and verified as well. Now we can set up our server. So we go back home here. So depending on which plan you purchase, maybe premium, business or cloud, you will see one of those sections here, okay? So when it's not set up yet, you will have a button like this one just next to it. So again, it could be premium, business or cloud. Either of those is absolutely fine, So now click on setup. Now we're going to click on start now. And right here, you're going to go through a few different questions. It's like a setup wizard, basically, to help you set up your hosting. So as you can see, you have a few questions here. What are you creating the website for? So you can select either of those, or you can skip altogether. I would advise that you skip this one altogether, Right here, what are you going to do? Are you going to create a new website or migrate a website? Well, in our case, we're going to create a new website. So select this. So do you want to build this with AI or ourselves? Well, we're going to build this ourselves. So just skip this step altogether now. And you're going to select your domains. So normally it should show up automatically, but if you have more than one domain registered, you might click on the drop-down menu and select the one that you want to assign to this, and then click select. And now right here, you're going to select your server. So this should be normally the nearest either to you or to your target audience. So let's say if you're based in United States, selling to people in the United States, well, you select either of those two here. But maybe you're based in the United States, maybe selling exclusively in Europe, in which case you might select one of those servers here, okay? So because we're based in Ireland here, we can select either Netherlands or maybe United Kingdom. So United Kingdom should be nearest. So let's click on this and now we click change. Very good. And now we're going to finish our setup. So as you can see, now it's taking care of everything. We can see the progress line. So now as you can see, it's installing the SSL certificate for us automatically. Very good. So we're done already. As you can see, well done. You are ready. So from here, you can either go and see your website. So we don't need that because we haven't built anything yet. So we're going to go back to our control panel. Okay, so let's click on Manage Site. There you go. And we're back to our dashboard now. So now from here, we're going to create an email address and also we're going to install WordPress on our server. So first, as you can see, it says free email. Setup is not finished. So let's click on the Manage here. Very good. So as you can see, I have paid plans as well. I would go with the free one. Absolutely no problem with this, So I'll click select. So let's create our email address, so maybe info@. You're going to enter your password and then a recovery email just in case. I'm just going to put hello@mrweb.tv, okay? And now we're going to create our new account. And there you go. As you can see, we have a new email address now and you can access it using the webmail. So if you click on this, you can open this in a new tab. So this is your email address, enter your password as well and click login. And there you go. As you can see, this is your mailbox, basically inbox and sent and spam and archive. So basically you can access all your emails immediately from here. And now we can go back to our dashboard. Okay. So from here, we're going to install WordPress. So right here, you have website, click on this, expand. And as you can see, you have WordPress and auto installer. This is the one we need to click on. Okay. So click on auto installer. And now for this type of project, we just need WordPress. We don't need WooCommerce. WooCommerce is an e-commerce platform. We just need WordPress on its own. So what we're going to do is click on this, or select. So first, let's enter the website title. So maybe Learn with Mr. Web. Make sure the admin email is correct and then create a username and a password as well. Now we move to the next step. So right here, you can select if you want automatic updates or not. So it is advised to use this option here, update only to minor version, but that's really up to you. If you want to automatically update to the newest version, you can select this one here altogether. Again, that's really up to you, okay? And then click install. And there you go, guys. You can see this is done already. So we have everything installed, you know, Lightspeed Cache, Object Cache, SSL certificate. So now you can edit your website by clicking on this button here. So click on that, it will open up in a new tab, and this will give us access to our WordPress dashboard. Very good, so welcome to your WordPress dashboard. So now we can start building our website. So like we said, we're going to use a template kit from Elementor, and for this we have two different options. You can go to the Envato Marketplace, as you can see here. As always, I leave all the links in the description below. You go to Elementor and then Template Kits, click on this. As you can see, here are all the options, and here you buy them one by one, basically. As you can see, this one is $24, this one $23, and this one $20, and so on and so on. Or we can use the Envato Elements website. So they're both from the same company, but two different types of services. As you can see here, it's a subscription, and it starts from just $14.50 per month. That's all it costs, okay? So what I have at the moment, I already have one, a subscription. I paid the full price for the whole year. So what I'm going to do is basically sign in. So I just sign in. And now we can go to this section here. We go to more, we go to WordPress, and then template kits. Now with the subscription, obviously you can download as many as you want. So if you're not happy with one, you can try another one and so on. Whereas here you're locked in with one specific one, you know. So if you go to the Envato Marketplace, you can purchase one that you like. And very often those ones are also on the Envato Elements Marketplace here. As you can see, some of them will be here as well. So as you can see, as an example, Digimax is right here as well, but it's also available for $24. So if you're only planning to get one, well, feel free to buy it for $24. Otherwise, you can use the subscription here and download as many as you want, okay? So let's get started. So the first step, obviously, is to choose which template kit you want to use. So if you scroll down the page, you can see they're all for different types of businesses, all types of industries. You can see this one is for online courses, creative agency, finance, baby and kids, you know, they're all different basically. So depending on the type of industry you are in, or your customer is in, your client is in, feel free to select any of those, okay? So I'm just going to go and select one randomly here. So let's go maybe with something like this one here, Digital Agency Elementor Pro, okay? So if you click on this now, you can see what it looks like, and you can have a live preview as well. So simply click on this to see what it looks like in the front end. There you go. So we can select among a few different templates. So if you scroll down, there it is. You have all these different types. You have Home 1, 2, and 3. So we can have a quick look, you know, and just to see if it fits your client's requirements, obviously, you know, as you can see, Home 1, 2, and 3. So click on any of those, you know, and see what it looks like. So let's start with this one. So it will open up in a new tab, as you can see. And then you can scroll down the page. You can see this is a very, very professional looking website that you can easily charge $5,000 for. So keep scrolling down, make sure it looks exactly the way you want. And again, like I said, as you can see, this is a very, very lovely template indeed. And it looks very professional. All you have to do is basically tweak this around, and you can charge your client $5,000. So I think we're happy enough with this one, and feel free to try different variations of the homepage, obviously, you know. So you also have the About Us page, services, portfolio, you have team page, FAQ, career, and so on and so on. So all these pages are ready-made, and all you have to do, guys, like I said, is just tweak them around, and you will have a very professional looking website that you can charge your customers $5,000 for. So let's go ahead maybe with this one. I think it looks very good. So again, you can download it here directly from the Envato Elements. Now you could try this perhaps as well from the Envato Marketplace here and search for the same thing, you know. And on its own, how much will it cost? Well, this one is $24. And if you click on it, you will see that there is a few requirements. And right here, requires premium plugins, Elementor Pro. So we need Elementor Pro for this one as well. So this is the next step. Now we're going to go to the Elementor website right here, okay? And again, I have this directly in the description below. Simply click on the link, okay? And this is the one that you need here, the Essential. Now, if you wanted to host this on multiple websites, as you can see, for 3 websites, it's just an extra $40, which is obviously more advantageous as well. And with this one, with the Advanced, you have Pop-Up Builder, Custom Code and CSS, e-commerce features, and collaborative notes as well. So I would highly recommend you get this one here, which is the most popular one. But again, we can start with just this one here, which is absolutely fine, okay? So once you have those purchased, and once you have Elementor Pro, and once you have your template here, you can go ahead and start building your website. Okay, so we're back to our WordPress dashboard now. So what we're going to do is to install a few plugins first. So we go to Plugins. and then add new plugin. And right here, we're going to look for Elementor. So this is the free version of Elementor that we're going to install first. Okay, so install now and then activate. Okay, so that's done now. And now we're going to upload our own plugin. So this one is the one that we downloaded from the Elementor website. Okay, so upload plugin, choose file, and then select Elementor Pro, and then open, and then install. Very good, and activate plugin. Very good, so as you can see now we have Elementor and Elementor Pro as well. Very good, and now we need to connect and activate. So click on this link here. And as you can see, Learn with Mr. Web will be connected to my account here, hello@mrweb.tv. I'm already logged in, so you might have to enter your credentials, and then activate my license. Very good, as you can see now it's active. And if you go back by the side, we go back to the dashboard. As you can see now with Elementor here by the side with all these different features. And if you go to license, as you can see, it is indeed active. Excellent, so now let's import our template kit. So for this, we need to add an additional plugin. So we go to plugins and then add new. And right here, I'm gonna look for template kit import. So this is from Envato themselves. This is their own plugin. So we're gonna install this and then activate it. And now that it is activated, we can go to tools and you should find template kit here. So click on it. And right here, you're going to upload the zip file that you downloaded from the Envato elements. Okay, so click on this, the plus sign, and select the full file. Okay, then open. Excellent. So as you can see, these are all our different pages. They will be imported for us in just a few clicks. So right here on top, attention, there are 4 requirements that need installing for this template kit to work correctly. So install requirements. Then confirm, yes. Excellent, so we can close this now. And the very first step is to install our global kit style. So this is basically the full styling of our website. So let's start with this. So there you go, as you can see, this is done. And then you're going to proceed and do the exact same with all the others. So we're going to import the header, import the footer, and then import all the pages one by one. So as you can see, 3 different home pages. So select just one home page. We have 3 of them here. So select the one that you prefer. So I'm just going to go ahead with home page number 3 here as an example. Okay, so import. So there you go, this is done. And then feel free to do the same with any of the other pages. So you can see you have About Us, Services, Portfolio, with Career, and so on and so on. Okay, so import all the pages. So I'm going to do that very quickly now, and then I'll meet you guys again once it's completed. So that's it, I've done that now. I've imported all the different pages. On the home page, we have About Us, Services, Portfolio, and so on and so on. So we have all these pages imported. So where are all these pages? Well, it's very simple. If you go to templates here, click on this. You will find all the different templates that were imported. So we have contact, testimonials, career detail, FAQ, and so on and so on. So now these are not pages, these are basically templates that we can use to build our pages. So if we go to our pages now, you will see there are no pages here apart from those few sample ones, So we can delete these if you want to, We don't need any of them actually at the moment. So we can bulk select and then move to trash apply. And now we can start creating all our pages one by one. Okay, so let's do that together. So I'm going to add a new page. So let's call this one page and then publish. Very good. And now I'm going to edit with Elementor. And as you can see, immediately we have our footer section and our header section as well with our menu section. So we can customize these ourselves as well. So we can start from there, or we can build the pages and then change those afterwards. Either way is absolutely fine. What I would do, because we have links here, as you can see, that will be added in the footer section, maybe we take care of the pages first and then we can customize our header and footer section. So how do you insert the content of your page here? Well, it's very simple. All you have to do is click on this button here, the middle one with the folder. Click on that. And this is basically our library. So I'm going to go to My Templates. And these are those that we just imported. Okay, so scroll down the page and find the home page. So this is the one here. And then we'll click on the Insert button and then Apply. So there you go, our page has been imported. As you can see, it looks absolutely fantastic. And now we can start customizing everything based on our clients' requirements, obviously, So the first thing first, obviously, is to bring in all the colors of the branding of that company. So what we're going to do now is to insert our logo first in the header section at least, okay? And for this, all you have to do is click on this blue section here, header, click on this, and it will edit the content. So if you hover on top, as you can see, you have all these different sections here. So the logo, this is the one we want to insert first, okay? So click on this, and let's insert our own logo. So change site logo. And right here, you can see it says site logo. You can upload the image. So choose image, click on this. So I already uploaded it. As you can see, I have two different ones here, Mr. Web, a dark color and then a white color, okay? But if you want to upload it, all you have to do is click upload, select file, upload your file, and that's basically it, okay? So basically we're going to use this one. So I'm going to use this one in white because it's a dark background. So select. And there you go, as you can see, now it's displaying properly, and that looks a lot better already because this is our own branding. So clearly, as you can see, this is red here, red everywhere. What we need is to bring that green here instead of that. And maybe you can use the blue from Mr. Web as well as the background here instead of black. So that way we'll match up with our branding. So for this, we can exit out of this. And then we go to our site menu here, site settings, and global colors. So just click on this. Very good. So as you can see, this is the orange, this is a blue, and then with dark colors here as well. So we have to replace a few of them, obviously, you know, with our own colors, and they're just here by the side. So this is the secondary and accent color. So instead of orange, here we're going to use our green one, okay? So all you have to do is click on it, and then you can insert the actual color, okay? So this is an hexadecimal code that you have to enter. So if you don't know it, ask your designer maybe, he will give you the exact code, okay? So this is the green, and we can do the same with this one here. So remove this value here and replace it with that one. So this is our green now, and then we want to replace as well the dark color as well, and I believe it's probably this one here. So let's click on that and let's replace that with our blue color. So Control C, and instead of this one, we're going to replace that with our blue. Okay, so now we can click update. Excellent. So we can exit out of this again. Very good. And as you can see now, the colors are actually in line with our logo and our branding, with a blue background and the green as well. And it pops out very nicely, doesn't it? And you will agree with me, that looks really, really professional indeed. So let's go back to the top and let me show you how you can customize the content of your page now. Very good. So let me show you how this works. So this is Elementor, which is a very easy drag and drop page builder. By the side, you have the different elements here. As you can see, you have containers, grid, image, heading, videos, and so on and so on. You can select among all these different elements here and simply drag and drop them on your page. Obviously, this template is ready-made, but there are a few things you might want to add yourself. I'm just showing you all the ropes here. So if you hover on top of those, as you can see, this is a column. Inside the column, you have different elements. As you can see, this is a heading. This is a text editor. This one is a form, and right here, what do we have? This is an image, okay? So this is basically how this works, and then you can, again, drag and drop any of those elements. If I wanted to add a heading here, drag and drop, and then drop it here, and there you go. Now the heading will display here in the middle, okay? And if you want to get rid of it, right-click on it, and then delete, and that's basically it, okay? So let's start customizing the content of our page. So the first thing, obviously, is our hero section. This is the first thing that your visitors will see, so it's very important to take care of this one here. So as you can see, the future of digital agency. So what is your client involved in? What is the main purpose of their business? Well, you should put it right here, you know? So as you can see, the future of digital agency, anyone landing here would know that this is a website from a digital agency, no doubt whatsoever. And then here in the text, you can add a small statement to back this up with a few facts maybe, okay? So here, for the heading, I like to keep it very simple. So MrWeb.tv, what is it? It's a web agency based in Dublin. So here we could just put web agency based in Dublin, something simple, okay? So simply click on this. As you can see, this is where the text is. So let's type web agency based in Dublin. So what is the purpose of putting it simply like this? Well, it's very simple. They would know it's a web agency and we're based in Dublin. So someone coming maybe from Germany or maybe India, they'll know immediately it's of no interest to them because they're not local, basically, okay? Or they might hire you for your services, of course, they could. But basically here, put it very simply, what is it that you do and where are you based? And right here underneath, we have text. So here you can add this, put a small statement here, basically to back this up with maybe some facts, like when you've been established, how many customers you have, and the type of services you provide. So let me come up with something here very quickly. So perhaps something like this, okay? Established since 2002. So you're basically building trust and credibility here. We are passionate web agency crafting websites and digital experiences that launch businesses worldwide. So that means that you target a worldwide audience. And then we don't just build websites, we translate your vision into a powerful digital presence that gets results. So let's turn your goal into reality. So something like this, you know, anyone landing on this page would know exactly what it is that you do now and who is your target audience. Excellent. So just underneath we have the form here. So this is really up to you if you want to use it or not. So this is basically to fetch people's details, like an email address or maybe a phone number, maybe request a quote or something like this, you know. So instead of sign up, you could have request a quote and then they could enter their email address or perhaps maybe their phone number, you know. So you can tweak this around based on your own personal requirements, obviously. So how does this work? As you can see by the side, we have one field, which is an email at the moment, but you could replace that with anything you want. You could ask maybe for a phone number. As you can see, you can ask for email, text area, URL, telephone number, etc., etc. Okay, so I'm just going to do this one, just going to keep one for now. So let's pretend you want to fetch their email address, and then we have the action after this. What do you want it to do with it? So as you can see here, collect submission and then send an email. So where will the email go? Is very simple. Put your email address here. So I'm going to put hello@mrweb.tv, just like this. This is the subject line, so new message from, and then you can put maybe Mr. Web, you know, Mr. Web's website or something like this. And then it's going to insert all the fields, which is basically this one that we have here, okay, the email, and it will be sent automatically. So this is basically how this works. Now, if you don't want it, if you don't want to have the form here, you can also delete that if you wanted to. And again, for this, all you have to do is right click on it, delete. Now, if you're not sure, maybe you want it back, you're thinking to yourself, I liked it better with it, you know, you can always go back in time as long as you don't save the page and exit all of it, okay? As you can see, you have history here, and these are all the steps that we've gone through together so far. And if you go one back, there you go. As you can see, our form is back as well and is displaying absolutely fine now. So this is basically how you can do it, okay? So let's take care of those here. So these are very nice, again, just to build trust and authority. Obviously, as you can see, you can put how many satisfied customers you have, how many awards the company has won, and maybe how many projects you've completed. Again, depending on the type of business that you are targeting here, you might use this for maybe a different purpose, you know. Maybe you want to highlight the fact that you have maybe 125 employees or something like this, you know. You can use this and tweak this around again, depending on your own requirements and the company you're working for, obviously, you know. So this is basically how you can change this. So again, click on this, change the number here, and this is a counter. So once you, let me show this in the front end. So I click update. Let's have a quick preview, okay, in the front end. And as you can see, it will go up. So it will start from 0, go to 8K, 12 and 3000 here. So that's really up to you, you know. Feel free to change this. And all you have to do again is enter the numbers here, start from and to. And that's basically it, okay? So this is very self-explanatory. It's just typing the content. And for this one here, you can change the content here. It's just the title. So again, just type away. And that's basically how this works. Now we have the image here. Again, this is the hero section. So that's the first thing that people see on your website. So you want them to relate to you and know exactly what to expect. So what I would advise is to ask your client for an actual real picture of themselves in the office and then put it here. You can use stock images, but it befits the purpose. You know, I think it's better if you have a real lovely picture from inside the premises with the actual team that they'll be working with, and so they know what to expect as well. So let me show you how you can change the picture. Click on the small pencil here, click on the image, and then select file, and I found one online here, so open, and then select. Very good. So as you can see, this doesn't fit, does it? It doesn't look great. So what we could do maybe is to cut the image and have it all vertical, okay? So you can edit it directly from here. So edit image. And now we're going to crop the image all together, and maybe we're just going to keep this half here, okay? So just like that. So we can see that he's working on the computer, she's working, she's there. So we have 3 people here in the shot, so they'll think, okay, they can look after me, okay? So apply crop. And now we're going to save the edit. Very good. And now we're going to select this image. And there you go. As you can see, now it fits in perfectly. This is the right ratio, basically, okay? So this is nice. As you can see, 3 people walking here, building websites. So this is relatable, obviously. Now, you may have noticed by the side, we keep getting this message here. Don't let unoptimized images be the downfall of your site's performances. Use Image Optimizer. And I would highly recommend you do that, okay? So let's install the plugin together now. So click on this and then activate the plugin. Very good. So you can close this now. So basically this plugin will run in the background and optimize your images, and it will reduce the size, basically compress, resize and optimize images. And again, like I said, you have nothing to do. It will run automatically in the background. So now we can close this and then we can take care of the rest of the page. So let's scroll down, and here we have some sort of about us section. So here basically you're going to provide a bit more information about yourself, the company, the business itself, and why they should choose you over anyone else. As you can see, you have an award here. I like this lovely touch, a signature. This adds a bit of a personal touch. I really like that, you know. And here we have the images. So first, let's take care of our images here. As you can see, they're nicely assembled here as a collage. Lovely, lovely, lovely indeed. So if you click on this, as you can see, that's the full picture. If you click on this one, this is another picture, and click this one, this is another picture. So feel free to change that with any image you want, you know. Again, use real life pictures from within the company with the actual people working there and their own surroundings. And again, for this, all you have to do is click on the image, upload your own, and then that's basically how it works. So we've covered that already, so we can skip this for now. And right here, we have the text as well. So if you click on that, as you can see, this is a heading. So feel free to change this with your own message here. So I'm going to go with maybe web design projects made easy. So that's very nice, isn't it? And then here again, feel free to customize this whichever way you see fit, you know, to reflect the company's motto and all that. So again, this is probably an about us section. So right here, as you can see, a web agency based in Dublin, a bit of a background story. So here maybe you could bring out maybe the main benefits of working with you. Why should they choose you over anyone else? So here we have the heading, subheading, and right here emphasize the main benefit, I would say, you know. And again, it's super easy to do. All you have to do is click on this element and then change the content of the text here. So we've covered that already, so feel free to do so yourself. So right here, as you can see, I have business scales and successful project. How does this work? So I'll click on this again. As you can see, this is a progress bar. So I can put the title here, as you can see, business scale. So I'm going to put web design perhaps here, okay? And then you can change the percentage. So obviously, if you're a web design agency, you would probably be at 97% at least, because this is your main scale, obviously, you know. And then right here is the same with this one. So successful project, you can change this to something else, maybe programming and coding or something like this, you know. How proficient are you? Maybe 92% or something like that, okay? So that's very easy to change. And right here, as we said, we have the signature. I think this is a very nice touch, you know. Now you don't have to use it. If you want to remove the signature, you can simply delete the image here. So delete that, and that's basically just the title here. Or if you want to get rid of it altogether, like we said, hit this and then delete, and just keep this on its own. Now, if you want to bring it back again, you can use the history here and go back to this, and that's basically it, okay? So that's us done with the About Us section. And once you're done with any section, don't forget to click update just in case, so you don't lose your work, okay? So let's move on to the next section here. So best services we offer. So on this you can change as well, maybe our main services or services that we offer. This is absolutely fine. And here you're going to basically highlight the main services that you have within your company, well, for your clients, obviously, you know. So right here, as you can see, you have an image, so you can replace that. This is an icon. If you click on this, there's loads of them to choose from. So I'm sure there's a nice icon that will fit the type of service that they provide, you know. So if it's for web design or something like this, or maybe they're selling shoes or whatever, you know, maybe they do deliveries as well, can use the van here, and so on and so on, okay? So this is pretty self-explanatory. Again, to change the content here, click on this. This is your heading. This is the text. And here we have learn more. So this could bring you basically to an insight page, a more detailed page about website, about graphic design, SEO and digital marketing. Now, if you don't want this, if you just want to highlight the services on their own, it's absolutely fine as well, because remember, we already have a services page. So if you go back to templates, and we have services somewhere. Where is it here? So if you view this, open in a new page. There you go. As you can see, you can have this on one page itself, okay? Or you could link basically this page here, the learn more, directly to the services page as well. So if you wanted to do so, you have to change the link with the actual page, but since we haven't built it yet, it's not going to be possible, you know. So you might have to come back later to this page and link this to the services page as well, okay? So let's go down to the next one now. So here, as you can see, check out our portfolio. So this is a nice section here to actually display maybe your latest work. So in our case here, we are Mr. Web, so web development agency. So we could have our latest project. So instead of check out our portfolio, we could have latest project, our latest website or something like this, you know, and you have view all projects. So this could be brought back to a specific page. Again, as you can see, we have the portfolio list, portfolio details. So if you go to the list here, open in a new tab, you can link this as well to those specific section here, you know, and do that nicely as well. So this would work as well, you know. So this is basically your section. So if you click on this, now you can select the content. So these are images, as you can see, they're all here. All you have to do is basically click on the pencil here, upload your images, and then add them to the gallery. So as you can see, add to gallery, if you wanted to add images or remove them. So let's remove this one as an example. Maybe those two, I'll remove them all together. Add to gallery, and now you can select among all your different images here, and then select any of them. Okay, so I'm just going to try this one here, and then maybe another one, perhaps, I don't know, let's say this one here. Okay, so add to gallery. Very good. So we have our images, and then insert gallery. And as you can see, it will refresh, and now we have our 2 new images added to it. So that's basically how this works. Now, as you can see, for the link here, it's linked now to the media file. So if you click on this in the front end, so let me refresh here and let me show you. So if you click on it, it will actually open the image itself, you know, and it will zoom in. So you can go from one to the other. Now, in our example here of Mr. Web, this could be an image of a website that we've built. Now we'd like to link this to the actual website that we created for the client, okay? So if you go here, you can change this. Instead of media file, you could have custom URL. So that's basically it. And then you can put the URL here, and it will link back to your customer's website. That's basically it, okay? So let's keep it the way it is at the moment. That's perfect as well. And I think that's basically it, guys. Okay, so this is how it works. And again, here we have a button, view all projects. And again, this is going to be linked back to a specific page, but we don't have it yet because we're only working on the home page. But as you can see with the portfolio list, portfolio details, we'll take care of this in a few minutes. All right, so again, like I said, don't forget to click update, and let's move on to the next section here. So this is a few logos, maybe companies you work with, maybe you have big names or something like this. You can insert them here. So that's an image carousel, and you can upload your images here. And as you can see, they look very nice, you know. So you might have to use a software like Photoshop to rework them and maybe have them all the same color, so they look nice as well. Or you can use the actual color of the logo itself. This is really up to you, you know. So this is pretty self-explanatory. This is just an image carousel. All you have to do is to add your images here from your image gallery. So just underneath we have the service pricing and checkout price. So let's say maybe our prices, click on this, and then, or just pricing. Everyone will know what that is. And here we can add our prices. As you can see, I have 3 different plans here, but maybe you want to add one, maybe remove one, maybe it's only 2 plans or something like this. I'm going to show you how you can simply add another one. So right here, as you can see, we have the column here, okay? All you have to do is right click on it, and then duplicate. And as you can see now, we have an additional one, okay? So that's really up to you if you want 4 of them, or the other way around works as well. You know, you can delete this and then delete that one. And now we have only 2 plans. So again, that's really up to you. So I'm just going to go back 1 step again. There you go. So back to 3 plans. And here you can change the pricing as well. So basic plan, premium plan, business package. So this could be maybe bronze, silver, and then gold. Okay, so that's traditional, very common, you know. And there you go. And then you can change the price here. All you have to do is click on this. As you can see, you have the value here. Simply change the price. Okay, so let's say maybe 1,500, and this is not per month, maybe per website. Or if you don't want that value, you can remove it as well, you know. All you have to do is delete this 1,500. If you want it, you can keep it, and then maybe per website or whatever it is, you know, depending on the type of business, obviously. And as you can see, if you add per month here 1,500, there is a bit of a gap in between. That doesn't look good. You can always customize everything. All you have to do is to go to style. Right here, as you can see, you have the title, which is basically our the amount here. You can change this as well, you know. You can go to typography, open this, and you can change the size of the font. So use the slider here. As you can see, it will align properly, you know. So this is basically how this works. Now it's up to you, you know, up to you really, depending on the price as well. It could be cheaper as well, you know. If it's just $99, like we said, or something like this, you might keep it the same size and make it bigger than the other way around, obviously, you know. So here we can go back to 55 the way it was. Very good, and that looks perfect now, doesn't it? Then here underneath we can change the content, obviously, you know. So if you click on this, you can put all the different features maybe. So instead of this, it could be maybe we would have the hosting, WordPress installation. We could have a theme installation. Theme. We'll have plugins. And we might maybe add backup as well, okay? Or something like that. And you can add as many as you want. You can add more if you wanted to add item. And then here you can add maybe, you know, emails as well or something like that, okay? And you can also change the actual icon next to it. As you can see, it's a tick mark at the moment. Maybe prefer check mark like this one. So insert, and as you can see, slightly different, okay? So let's go back to the same one we had. So check mark, insert, and that looks absolutely great. Now you can change the color of that tick mark as well. You know, if you go to style, as you can see, you have the icon here. To our global settings here, you can select the green. As you can see, all the tick marks will be green. You can customize literally everything, guys. You know, all you have to do is instead of content, you go to style, and these are all the different items. So as you can see, you can change the color of the text as well. As you can see, I can change the color. If I wanted everything to be green, you can do that as well. I can select bright color, maybe white or whatever, you know. So I'm just going to leave it the way it was. I think it looks absolutely fine that way anyways, you know. So right here, as you can see, I've choose plan. There's a typo here, by the way. But what is this going to do? Well, basically, it's mostly for an e-commerce website. You know, in our case, we don't really need that, do we? So we could get rid of it altogether because this is going nowhere. All we want is them to know our pricing, basically, you know, for bronze, silver, and gold. So we can get rid of this. So delete. We'll do the same with this one. So delete, and this one as well. Delete. Okay, so that's basically it, guys. Okay, so this is our pricing section. And again, don't forget to click update. Okay, so let's move on to the next section here. This is our team. So basically pictures of you, maybe your social media icons and all that. So again, here, this is optimistic team members. So we can change this maybe to our team. Okay, so our team, and right here, maybe a small description underneath. And to change the content here, it's very simple. So click on this. So as you can see, this is a spacer just to push this down. And right here, we have the image and also the content. So how do you change the image? Well, click on the column itself. You go to style. And as you can see, this is the background image. So click on this and then you can upload your own, okay? So again, same principle. So right here, this is very nice. I think this is a very nice touch. These are the social media icons, okay? So right here, as you can see, you have Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. So let's say maybe the CEO here doesn't have a YouTube account. He's on IG, Twitter, and Facebook, no problem. And all you have to do is click on this. This is the logo, basically, you know, and right here you put the URL. So wherever that leads to, you know, to your Facebook account, and the same with Twitter and Instagram. And then you can do the same with the others. So here maybe you have Madison here. So maybe she doesn't have a Twitter account, but she's on Facebook and Instagram. And you can add as many as you want, obviously. You know, if you click on this, you can select another icon. You have all of these. You have Telegram as well, Threads, Tumblr, whichever, you know. So feel free to add as many as you want. And again, as you can see, you can customize everything, you know, the color and everything. So if you go to style, you have the icon. By default, it will fetch the primary color, but you can change this to whatever you want, okay? Again, same principle. And to change the title and the name, click on this one here, put the name here, and then the subtitle here. This is basically the position in the company. And again, if you wanted to add someone or remove someone, all you have to do is use the column itself, okay? So right click here, you can duplicate, you're gonna add someone, and if you right click and delete, you're gonna remove someone, okay? So maybe you only want 3 people here, or maybe you want more of them. Obviously, you can do the same. Now, if you wanted 8 of them all together, you can right click on the main container here, right click, duplicate, and as you can see, now you have 2 rows. And then if you wanted only 6, well, you can delete this one, you can delete this one, and now you have 6 people all together, okay? So that's basically how this works. So let's go back to the main section here. I think this is the one with 4 people in it. And again, guys, don't forget to click update. Okay, so let's move on to our next section here, which is our client testimonials. So again, this is very important, you know, because people like to know what other people think of you. So here, basically, you can change this and add the reviews that you received maybe via Google reviews or maybe on Trustpilot or something like this, you know. Again, simply change the text here, and it's the same for this one. So this one is the image box. So this is a different type of widget. As you can see, you put the title, the name, the type, the description here, where is a customer, or could be location as well, maybe, you know, Los Angeles, or something like this, you know, whichever way you prefer, obviously, you know. So I'm just going to go back to the way it was. It's absolutely fine. And then add as many as you want, you know. So we have a button here, more reviews. You could actually link this to another page as well. But again, we cannot link it directly now, okay? We'll have to go back for this. So right here, as you can see in our templates, we have testimonials as well. So if you wanted to have a look at this, as you can see, this is basically all our testimonials. This is a separate page that you can link back again to that page as well, to the home page. Okay, so again, we have to create that page first before we can add it here, but it's a step-by-step process, obviously. So let's scroll down the page right here. This is a very important section as well. As you can see, I have a contact form here and here, a few FAQs as well. So what is this section about? Well, basically you can fetch some request, maybe for a quote, maybe, or maybe if they want to go ahead with a new website, or simply they want to contact you. Okay, so here, contact and join together. So maybe this could be request a quote. Okay, and then here underneath simply put some details. So please enter your details here below. We will get back to you within 1 working day or something like this, okay? And right here, let me show you how you can customize the form. So the widget feature that's only available with the Pro version of Elementor, which we have, obviously, you know. So right here, again, you can add your different fields. So we have the name, email address, the phone number, the subject, and then your message. This is pretty standard. I would keep it probably the way it is. Now, if you wanted to add something, perhaps you want to ask something specific, you can add it as well, you know. So let's add another one here. So what type? It would be text, perhaps. And the label, I'm going to put here custom field, just to show you, okay? And then in the placeholder, maybe type your details. Okay, and the column width, as you can see, it says 100%, so it will take the full width of the section. This one is 50 and 50 again, you know, and then we can close this, and then we can move this up maybe in between your email and phone number. Okay, email and phone number, just like this, and there you go. Now we have a custom field, and they can type their own details here. Now, if you don't need it, obviously you can delete it, just like this, and that's basically it. And then after this, make sure that it will be sent out to you directly. So for this, what do we do? As you can see, the action, it will collect the submission and then email it to you. And which email address is it? We'll type it here. Okay, so hello@mrweb.tv. And this way you are guaranteed to receive the message. And you can change the subject line as well. Okay, so right here from, and then let's say Mr. Web website. Just like this, okay? And it will insert all the different fields. So your name, email address, phone number, subject, and the message will be added directly to this. And then you have the from here as well. Make sure to change this one as well. So email, so here it's hello at mrweb.tv, just like this. Okay, very good. So right here we have the FAQ. So this is very handy, you know, because most people would have at least 1 or 2 different questions on their mind, and you can use this to put them at ease. So whichever questions your customers would ask frequently, just add them here. So how does this work? Simply click, and right here, as you can see, this is the question and this is the answer. Very easy, isn't it? And this is the question and this is the answer. So in our case here, talking about web design, what question could it be? Well, it could be, how long does it take to build a website? And then you could have the answer. Am I entitled to a refund? A lot of people are worried about that. You know, if I'm not happy with the services, am I entitled to a refund? And then maybe, what are the payment conditions? You know, do you require a deposit or something like this? And then you can explain, maybe you need upfront 50% and 50% at completion or something like this, okay? So this is a very handy feature to put your visitors at ease and help them go through the whole process, okay? And then we have our last section here, which is basically our blog. So that's really up to you if you want to use this or not. It will basically add your latest blogs. So if this is the case, keep it, it's fine. If you don't want it, you can delete it as well. A blog is very handy, you know, for SEO purposes. You can insert keywords, etc., etc. So now that we have our homepage done, we want to make sure that it displays properly on any type of devices, because obviously most people will access your website maybe using a tablet or a mobile phone. So right here, we need to take care of this now. So you have responsive mode. So click on this. As you can see, we'll add a bar here on top. And now you can select which device. So you have tablet and mobile phones. Okay, so let's click on tablet. Very good. And immediately here we see a problem. The logo is way too big on top. So we have to resize it, obviously, you know. So let's click on our header. And right here, click on the logo itself. And if you go to styling features, you can see immediately it says tablet portrait. So whatever changes you put in place now will only apply when someone is using a tablet in portrait mode, okay? So as you can see, this is too big. So let's go maybe with the width. So I'm going to try something different, maybe like this, okay? And max width could be just basically the same as well. So you want it to be maximum 30% of the size of the tablet, okay? And then for the height, we can keep it the way it is. And that looks a lot better. Now we can take care of the content. So I'll click back on this. So we're going to save those changes. Very good. And right here, as you can see, web agency based in Dublin. We have our form. And then we have the image here underneath. So maybe there are things that you don't want to display on tablets that you think might be unnecessary, or maybe they don't look great on tablets, or maybe it takes too long to load or something like this, you know. So if you go back here and let's say you don't want that image to display, just the heading, and that's basically it, you can do that as well, you know. All you have to do is click on this element here, you go to advanced, and then if you scroll down the page here, you have responsive, okay? And you can see you can hide on desktop, hide on tablet portrait, hide on mobile portrait. So if you click on this, there you go. If someone accesses this website, they will not see this image here. So it's very nice as well to optimize the loading speed of your website as well, you know. From time to time, you might need to use that feature as well. So I'm just going to keep it for now, okay? And then after this, we'll scroll down the page and make sure that everything displays properly, you know. So feel free to customize everything now for the tablet. I think it looks fine the way it is, but you might need to tweak a few little things here and there, okay? So again, we can go back to the top now, have a look and make sure it looks fine on mobile phones as well. So on mobile phones, what does it look like? I think the menu is fine. Get a quote is nice. Web agency based in Dublin and so on. Now you might want to add a little bit more breathing space. For instance, this one here, you can go to advanced. And we're going to add a little bit of padding by the side. So unlink those values and then on the left and on the right. Okay, so let's add a bit of breathing space here. I'm going to add maybe 17 or 15 pixels and the same on the right. So maybe 15 pixels. And as you can see, it looks more even and a bit neater. And then you can scroll down, have a look at everything else. And like we said, you know, feel free to customize everything. And if there's something you don't want to display, you can also hide it on mobile phones. So once you're happy enough with the results, all you have to do is click update. And then we can close this now and go back into regular mode. So that's basically it. And now we're happy enough and we can go back to our WordPress dashboard and take care of the other pages. So exit. And now you're going to do the exact same with the other pages, okay? So you go to pages. So let's create a new one. So let's pretend this one is about us. And then publish, edit with Elementor. Insert the template, my template, about us, insert, apply. So there you go. So that's imported now. And then after this, all you have to do is do the same principle we went through, you know, customize your page based on your client's requirements, enter their own set of information, their own pictures, etc., etc. Once you don't, click update, and then exit out of this. And then as you can see, now we have two pages. We have About Us and Homepage, and do so with as many pages as you need. Very good. So as you can see, I've added a few pages here. So About Us, Contact Page, Portfolio, Services, and Testimonial. And again, as always, just edit this in Elementor, and then you can customize its content, okay? So now let me show you how you can link those pages, so like testimonials, for instance, directly to your homepage. So edit with Elementor. Makes sense. So let's scroll down the page. So we said that we need to link the portfolio page, remember? This one here, so view all projects. So instead of this, we need to link this to our page, okay? So how can you do so? Well, it's actually very easy. All you have to do is put the URL here. So let's go back to the portfolio page. So this is the one. If you click on quick edit, you have the slug here, okay? So select this, Control C, go back here and put / the page and / again, and then click update. And let's put this to the test, okay? So we go back to our home page, refresh, scroll down the page, let's find this button here, let's click on it, view all projects, and there you go, this is our portfolio list, no problem at all. So you can go back to the home page and do the same with the other one. So we said that we wanted to link our testimonials. So I think it was just here, so more reviews. So click on this, and here we're going to add the testimonial. Again, we're going to fetch the URL. So this time is the testimonial. So quick edit, and this is simply testimonials, okay? So we're going to change this, instead of that, / testimonials / and then click update. Very good. So let's go back to the home page and refresh once more. And let's scroll down and find our testimonials here, more reviews. Very good. As you can see, these are our testimonials. So this is done, guys. So this is how you can create your pages and link them together. Okay, so now let's take care of our header and footer section. As you can see, we have all these useful links. So now we can link this to actual pages, obviously, you know. And right here on top, as you can see, we have no menu section at all. So we should normally have all our pages here. I'm going to show you how to change this and also add the get a quote, link it to an actual page. Okay, so let's do this together. So we go back to our WordPress dashboard, and this time we're going to go to templates, and then we go to our theme builder. And right there, as you can see, you have the header and the footer section. So now we can edit those. Okay, so click on the header first, and then I'm going to edit the header. Excellent. And then from here, click on this section here. So this should be our menu section. As you can see, this is a WordPress menu. Obviously, there's nothing linked to it because we don't have a menu yet. You have to create a menu. As you can see, there are no menus in your site. So I would highly recommend you have a few tabs opened at the same time, you know. So this is again our WordPress dashboard. So from here, we go to appearance, menus, and we're going to create a menu. Okay, so this is going to be our main menu. Okay. And then create menu. Very good. And now we're going to add our different items, and you can fetch them basically from here. As you can see, you have pages, posts, custom links, categories, and WooCommerce if you have it installed. Okay, so right here, this is the one we're going to fetch right there. Okay, so let's add all our pages and then add to menu. Very good. So now you might want to change them around a little bit. So obviously the home page should be first, and then we're going to remove the page here, just home. Home is sufficient, you know. So remove this. Very good. So we can close that. And then after this, we should have normally about us. We could have maybe services. That's usually how it works. And then we could have portfolio, testimonials, and contact page. Okay, so save menu. Very good. So let's go back here. Now we can refresh this. Okay, so refresh the page. Excellent. And as you can see now, it is actually displaying here. Okay, it is actually very fine. So let's have a quick look in the home, in the front end. So refresh this. And as you can see, you have home, about us, services, portfolio, testimonials, and contact, and it aligns perfectly. So that looks absolutely fantastic. And let's try this now. Home page, about us, services, portfolio, testimonials, and contact page. So this is absolutely working fine, guys. So this is okay. So we have the header taken care of. Now we have to link our social media icons as well, and link this button to the actual contact page perhaps as well. Okay, so let's go back here. So let's take care of this one first. Get a quote. We could actually link this to the home page itself. So remember, on the home page at the very bottom of the page, we have this section here, which is request a quote. So perhaps instead of linking this to a specific page, you can link this to this section. So I'm going to show you how we can do that. Okay, and I'm going to show you a little trick now. Okay, so we go back to the home page here in Elementor. We find this section. So this is the one. This is our form. Click on it. Okay, now we go to advanced, and right here we have the CSS class and CSS ID. So we're going to add an ID here. Okay, so we're going to put request -a -quote. Just like this. Okay, so now update. Now select this, so Control C, and now we go back to our header. And right here, we're going to put the full URL of the website, including the HTTPS. So like we have here, HTTPS and learnwithmrweb.com, and then followed by a hashtag, just like this. And then after this, the CSS ID, so request a quote. Okay, so let's click update. Now let's go back here. Let's open any page all together, and let's click get a quote. And this is what we're getting. So let me show you why this is happening. Now we need to set the home page as being a home page first. Okay, so let's go back here. And then from here, we go to settings, we go to reading. And here, make sure that you select home page displays a static page, and then select the home page. Save changes. Now let's go back here. Let's click on home page. And now let's click on get a quote. And as you can see, it's going to bring us directly to this section. And the beauty of this is that it's going to work on any pages altogether. So let's say we were on the contact page, get a quote, we go back to the home page and straight to request a quote. So this is great, guys, isn't it? Very easy to follow. And for your users, it's super user-friendly as well. Excellent. And then the last thing we need to do is to link our social media icon. So basically click on this. We've gone through this already, you know the principle now. Click on this, add the link to your URL, and you can select any icon that you want. So it could be Instagram or whichever, maybe Threads or any of those platforms, obviously, you know. And after this, when we're done, don't forget to click update, and that's us done with the header section. So now all we need to take care of is the footer section now, which is right here. So let's do that together. So it's the same principle. You can close this now. Let's go back here. So we go to our templates, theme builder, and this time footer section, edit. And for this one, same principle, very intuitive, you know. All you have to do is click on these items. As you can see, this is our site logo. This is some text, or maybe an about us, a short about us section. Right here again is the social icon, so you know how this works now. And right here, as you can see, you have useful links, support, and contact information. So this is text here, very easy. Click on this, and you can see you have the icon. So for the location, you could have a pin like this one, and then for the phone number, maybe a phone, and so on and so on. So again, this is well covered already. Now I'm just going to show you how you can customize those two here. So if you wanted to add your pages here, maybe a portfolio, testimonials, or something like this, click on that, and as you can see, you have about us, careers, news and articles, and legal notice. So maybe instead of careers, you have maybe portfolio. Okay, and right here again, this is your link. So how does this work? How do you link this to the portfolio page? Very simply, go back here, go to your pages, see the portfolio page, quick edit. So this is the slug, copy this, and again here, / the name, / and that's basically it. Okay, so click update, and that's it. Now we have about us portfolio, and feel free to do the same for this one here. So let's put this to the test. So let's refresh. So we have the portfolio here, click on it. And there you go, guys. This is our portfolio page. And then the last thing you want to do here is the copyright statement here. Obviously, you want to add your name, your business name, and link it to your actual website so you can generate more business, obviously, you know. So if you go back here, you scroll down, as you can see, this is the one. So click on this. And again, this is a text editor. So you have visual and text. So I'm going to show you how you can actually add your own website and link it directly to your website, okay? So what we can do is copyright here. We're going to put 2024, okay? And then change the name here for your client's business name. So here in this case, we're going to say Mr. Web, and then all right reserved, you know? And then you can just add next to it, website designed by. And then I'm going to show you how you can link this to your actual website, okay? So I'm going to add a little bit of code, but not too much. So it's basically an Ahref. So what you're going to do is basically type like this, okay? Ahref equals, and then the link to your website. So HTTPS, and then semicolon / MrWeb.tv. Okay, so this is basically our website, and then close brackets, and then close this. And then here we're going to put Mr. Web Design, okay, as an example. And then here we're going to close the Ahref statement, so just like this, / a, and then close the bracket. And as you can see, immediately we have a hyperlink. So update. So obviously here, this is your client's name. Obviously, I'm going to put client name, and then this is you as the web designer. Okay, so let's put this to the test. So let's refresh, and as you can see here, copyright 2024 client's name, and then all right reserved, website designed by, and then Mr. Web Design. If you click on this, it will go straight to your website. There you go. So this is our website. So let's go back, and maybe you want this to open in a new tab, in a separate tab, you know, so they don't leave the website, which is probably better. So let's go back here and add an additional line here. So right here, just after that, you put target equals, and then here underscore blank, and that's basically it. Okay, so update, and let's try this now. So refresh, very good, and click on this, and as you can see, it will open up in a new tab, and that's basically it. It's probably better that way, you know. So that's basically it, guys. This is everything done now. So there you go, guys. This is how you can turn a small investment of $115 into $5,000. Now obviously you can rinse and repeat and do that as many times as you want. Now, as always, I'll leave all the links in the description below. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.